In a world of superheroes, there are those whose powers come from otherworldly sources, and amongst them are the select few whose abilities are fueled by the fiery depths of hell itself. Here are the top 6 superheroes whose powers come straight from hell. Starting off with our number 1, Ghost Rider, or Johnny Blaze as he was once known, didn't exactly choose to become a fiery skull demon. No, he made a deal with a demon named Zarathos to save his adopted father from cancer. But it turns out, making deals with demons rarely goes smoothly, and Blaze found himself bonded to Zarathos and turned into the Ghost Rider. But let's be real, if you're gonna be bonded with a demon, you might as well embrace it and become the ultimate anti-hero. Blaze roams the street on his flaming motorcycle, punishing those who deserve it with his chain of hellfire. And let's not forget about the skeleton transformation. Can you imagine showing up to a party as Ghost Rider only to take it to the next level by transforming into a full-on skeleton? Talk about being the life of the party. Sure, being bonded to a demon has its downsides, like constantly being hunted by other hellish creatures, but it's a small price to pay for being the coolest supernatural hero around. Just don't get on his bad side, or you might find yourself staring down the fiery wrath of the Ghost Rider. And moving on to our number 2, Spawn. Spawn's origin story is like something out of a horror movie. Once a human soldier named Al Simmons, he was betrayed and murdered by his own team. But he didn't go quietly into the night, no sir. Instead, he made a deal with a demon named Malabolgia, I don't know if I butchered that, to come back to Earth and seek revenge on his killers. And boy did he seek revenge. He's got some serious shapeshifting abilities which is useful for blending in crowds and evading the law. Plus, he can summon weapons and creatures from hell itself, making him the ultimate one-man army. But let's not forget about the most important part. He looks like something straight out of Satan's personal toy chest. Sure, he's got some downsides, like the pesky time limit on Earth before he has to go back to hell, but Spawn is a complete badass, and he's not afraid to get his hands dirty, or demonic as the case may be. Just don't get on his bad side or you might find yourself on the receiving end of his hellish wrath. And now we're on to our number 3, ETRIGAN the Demon. Now when it comes to demonic heroes, ETRIGAN the Demon is the OG. He's like a fiery skulled nightmare come to life. Plus, his rhyming game is on point. Seriously, who wouldn't want to be friends with a demon who can bust a rhyme like nobody's business? But let's talk about his origin story. He's a half-brother of Merlin and the son of a demon named Belial. So basically, he's got one foot in the wizard world and one foot in the demon world, which is a real identity crisis. And to top it all off, he's bonded to a knight named James Blood, making him immortal. Talk about baggage. But despite all that, ETRIGAN still manages to be one of the most powerful heroes in the DC universe. He's got Superman strength, the ability to shoot fire from his mouth, and he can even regenerate from almost any wound. And let's not forget about his sick rhyming skills. So if you're ever in a bind and need a demon on your side, ETRIGAN's your guy. Just be prepared for some seriously awkward family dynamics. And now we're on to our number 4, HELLBOY. Now HELLBOY is the anti-Nazi hero of this list. He was literally summoned by the Third Reich, but instead of being a tool for evil, he turned around and kicked some demonic butt. And let's be real, his giant stone hand is probably the best way to give a Nazi a good punch to the face. But HELLBOY isn't just a brawler, he's also got some serious brains. As a part of the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, he's constantly using his knowledge of the supernatural to defeat his enemies. And let's not forget his love for cats. I mean, who wouldn't want a giant armed creature as their own personal kitty protector? And let's not forget also his love for pancakes. Seriously, the man loves pancakes. You know you gotta be a good guy if you're willing to take time out of fighting demons to enjoy a nice stack of fluffy pancakes. And now we've moved on to our number 5. The most powerful demonic hero to date has to be the daughter of DC Comics, ETRIGAN. ETRIGAN is a demonic entity from another dimension who seeks to dominate all worlds. Born to be the gateway to bring ETRIGAN into the world, Raven ran away from her past to escape her doomed future. But by becoming a Teen Titan, Raven grew powerful enough to house her father's power, and using the crystal gem resting on her forehead, she's able to separate her soul self from her body and utilize powerful magic. With her dark and mysterious personality, Raven has become a fan favorite amongst comic book readers everywhere. Despite her demonic heritage, Raven is a hero at heart, always fighting against the forces of evil to protect the innocent. Plus, with her ability to teleport, she's never late for a battle. Who needs a Batmobile when you can just transport yourself anywhere you need to go? And last but never least, on our number 6, we have SATANA. Now when it comes to having a badass dad, SATANA takes the cake, or should we say, the infernal pie. As the daughter of Satan himself, or Marduk Kurios if you're into the whole demon name change thing, SATANA was born with a natural talent for dark magic. Plus, she can rock the hell out of a pair of horns and a tail. But let's not forget that SATANA was banished to Earth and turned into a succubus. I mean, we've all had bad days, but that's a rough one. Luckily, SATANA didn't let that get her down. Instead, she joined forces with some of Earth's mightiest heroes, including Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. And let's be real, what's more heroic than wearing a succubus outfit and fighting evil? While SATANA may not always play the hero, she's definitely got the power and the attitude to hold her own in the Marvel Universe. So if you're ever in a bind and need some wicked magic on your side, just give her a call, as long as you're not too scared of her devilish charms, that is. Whether it's Hellboy and his love for pancakes, ETRIGAN the demon and his rhyming skills, or Raven and her rebellious teenage spirit, these heroes prove that even the darkest origins can't extinguish the light of heroism. They may have the demonic heritage, but they've chosen the path of good, proving that it's not where you come from, but what you do with your powers that truly define you. Thank you again from True Power Comics, and we'll see you in the next one.